We'll move on to football now, and we'll talk about the England team that's going to go to Qatar at the end of this year.
What? Not the squad now. The squad that will go.
I think we should. I think what team do you think England should pick going to this World Cup?
On the spot.
Yeah. Like who do you?
Too late for you to get in.
Yeah, do you reckon you'll get in, Josh? You've got an outside. Hey, listen, if you keep banging the goals in, you never know.
If you get 65 injuries, I might get a chance. No, I think the team half picks itself. Harry Kane, Sterling.
Yeah.
The boys who you'd imagine, Declan Rice.
It's Calvin Phillips. He's unfit, isn't he?
Yeah, he's not in this squad. Jordan Henderson's just replaced him, I think.
Yeah.
But I think the team picks itself. Kyle Walker, Reece James. There's obviously that argument with Trent, them three and Trent.
Who would you go for?
I played with Reece, so I'm a bit biased.
Oh, right, okay.
I'd go with Kyle Walker. I think he's the steady one.
It depends if they're going to play a back three or a back four. If they're playing a back three, then it's Kyle Walker, right centre back, Reece or Trent. I'm obviously biased, played with Reece, so I'd go with Reece, but Trent's arguably the most disrespected player in the world at the minute.
I think he's awful at the moment, Trent.
Let me guess, he can't defend.
But he's a defender, so he has to be able to defend.
It's the laziest shout in the world that Trent Alexander-Arnold can't defend.
So speaking of lazy, when you see him trotting back, when somebody else on that trotting back...
No, I get what you're saying.
Come on, Josh. He's a defender, he has to be able to defend.
Do you hand on heart believe Jurgen Klopp would pick him every single week for 4 years at right back if he can't defend?
Who else is going to get in front of him?
Well, he could sign any right back in the world.
No, he couldn't.
I rate him. I do rate him.
As a footballer, you can't argue with his talent. He's unreal.
Do you not think if he couldn't defend, Liverpool couldn't sign a right back that could? Come on.
No, I'm saying his talents are going forward.
He's unbelievable.
He's unbelievable going forward. His ball distribution, unbelievable.
So is Reece, though.
He can't defend.
Yeah.
Reece James is an overall better player than Trent Alexander-Arnold.
Reece played in centre midfield for us, obviously different level in the Championship, and he played in midfield. He was a joke, like ridiculous player. And we said straight in, I think he was 19, 20 at the time, quiet, hardly speaks. But I was like, he's going
to the top
straight away. Just unbelievable player. And gone to right back, he's obviously smashed it now. Just signed a new deal. I've seen highest paid defender in Chelsea's history.
6 year deal, 7 year deal. Something like ridiculous, isn't it?
He's struggling a bit.
No, I like Reece James. I like Trent, but he just can't defend. He's awful.
I think if you're going to...
I won't go that far.
He's awful defending.
I think if you're going to play...
Did you watch the Napoli game?
Yeah.
But you see if you're going to play like in the group stage against... Who's in our group? I don't even know who's in it. If you're going to play...
We get fortunate all the time.
If you're going to play a pony team in the group,
yeah,
you've got to play Trent, surely. Because he's not... We're going to have all
Would you take all three then? Would you take Reece, Kyle Walker and Trent?
See, international football, you can play Kyle Walker at the back. You don't have to jump for headers and stuff at the back. They're physical, because they all play passing from the back and that. You can 1,000,000% play Kyle Walker. Look at his pace. He gets England out of trouble every single time. Kyle Walker's, as a whole-round player, is the best out of the three, isn't he?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
I agree. Who would you play at centre-back? Because there's a big debate, isn't there, about Maguire, about what he did. I don't personally care what he does for Manchester United. But he delivers for England.
But if he's not playing...
Yeah, he can't play if he's not playing.
I don't agree with this, where it might be old-fashioned or
it's
whatever.
Different. If you're not playing
at club level...
You're not much sharp.
Yeah, exactly.
Southgate he's notorious. He doesn't do that, does he? He doesn't pick on club form, does he?
Again, a completely different level. I was out for 12 months last year with my hamstring,
yeah.
You come back and play a playoff game. You still play the game, but you're not up to the standard you should be at. No way. So if he's not played in the last
it's like with us. If we've got a fighter going into a fight and he's not sparred, and then he's going into a fight, time is off. Everything you can't read certain situations the same. You need that.
And you're not even doing
same thing as football, surely.
The sprints and the loading and that. You're not even doing that week to week on a regular basis. So to go do it against the top level side.
So my thing with Southgate doing this, listen, I'm a Man United fan, but Maguire and Shaw haven't been playing, right? So if you're go through history where we've took players because they're reliable, they're always scoring, whoever it might be. I think Rooney went to a World Cup when he wasn't fit. Rashford's gone to tournaments when he's not fit. When you're doing that with players, because of what they've done in the past, you trust them. You think how many of them actually get to perform in that? And then after the tournament, you're saying, shouldn't have took them.
Yeah.
So is he not repeating that same
centre-back in international football? And before everyone says he's a right back, what do you even know?
Pace.
It's international football is completely different. You're not
jumping
up against Ivan Toney or Drogba and people like that. You're playing out from the back. You're playing against Spain, who's got the smallest striker in the world up front. You play Kyle Walker, John Stones together at the back. You play Luke Shaw or Chilwell.
Would you not take Maguire to the World Cup?
Reece or Trent? No, you've got to take it. You've got to take it.
But my problem is, there is it. So we've got weeks left. But if Maguire can't get into the team, and he's not playing,
but you have to take him for squad depth, though. Who else have you got?
Yeah, I get that. But I'm talking about? Would you start him? Would he be your go-to?
No.
And that's like,
so you'd start.
I think it's been brilliant for England.
Stones,
Walker, Reece or Trent, Ben Chilwell.
So you wouldn't play a centre back.
Yeah, John Stones.
Yeah, so John Stones, Kyle Walker, and Ben Chilwell on that side, or Luke Shaw.
Yeah, and then Reece or Trent. It doesn't matter. They're both as good as each other, aren't they?
Do you know what frustrates me most about England as well? This is another golden generation, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's another golden generation. The game against Italy, I know people say, oh yeah, we did so well, got to a final. Should have won the final. Should have won the final. How can you have a 40-year-old defender in Chiellini, and we had all that pace on the pitch and we didn't give him a run once? The lack of ambition kills me watching
You've
England.
got Trippier as well, to that right back.
Yeah, we've got unbelievable options at right
He
back.
can go on the left as well, can't he?
Unbelievable options.
Is it a creativity problem?
We can't listen.
You've got Sterling, you've got Mount, you've got.
Yeah, I get.
We can't all be wrong.
But in the system that they're playing, are they creating enough to win tournaments? Do you think?
I just think if you come up against Brazil, Spain, you're actually not as good as them.
No.
Like you're actually not.
No.
So you've just got to play like you'd play a
Direct
Champions League
football.
game, yeah?
Direct football.
Not direct football, but you can't batter Brazil and Spain at their own game.
So you have to, exactly. So you have to play lump the ball up to the big centre forward.
Get Kane and Antonio.
Yeah.
But when you're not playing Brazil or Spain, and we've seen it in tournaments before where we have this cluster of players that are brilliant and outstanding, but for some reason when they're playing for England, they're not creating the amount of chances that you would expect with those players on there. And it might be against your medium sort of mid-level sort of teams where we scrape by on a 1-0 win or we get a draw in a group stage or something. What do you think it is? Is it the system? Or is it just the way
There's a lot of criticism of Southgate, isn't there?
It's like with Grealish when they were every single England fan. You remember at the Euros, we can't all be wrong. Everyone was like, start Grealish. You have to start Grealish. Still didn't start him.
Yeah.
So it's like 80,000 people in that stadium can't be wrong.
But we got to the final without starting Grealish.
Yeah,
I understand that, but do you not think they were fortunate with the teams that they got? We've been fortunate. Happened in the World Cup as well. Been fortunate.
Germany, mate, that's it.
But like you say, you've been fortunate.
That was great. That was. Did you watch the Scotland game?
If you look at you're saying Grealish, obviously unbelievable player. You've got Phil Foden, you've got Sterling.
Yeah.
Probably both better than him.
No, I agree.
So, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sterling delivers for England, though, doesn't he?
Yeah,
he does deliver for England. Same as Maguire. Who was that big German centre forward? I can't even remember his name. The big Closer.
Closer, yeah.
He was not good for his club, but he was brilliant for Germany. That's the kind of thing I'm saying for Maguire. I'm not saying he's brilliant.
He was playing for his club, though.
That's it. It's playing. Matt Sharp.
All right, but
no, that is a big thing. For me,
I'm not saying that Harry Maguire's shouldn't be starting for England.
I'm not saying he's a great player, but I'm saying he does deliver for England when he plays.
Shall I give you a little last minute call up for England? James Tarkowski, Everton, makes the squad.
Do you think he does?
I think he's unreal.
Do you think he makes the squad though?
Yes.
Yeah.
100%.
That's a shout then, right? The last there.
He makes the squad. I've been watching him a few weeks for Everton, and he was at Burnley before, which he only never made squads because of the style of play Burnley play, in my opinion. So Gareth Southgate looked at it and thought, he don't really fit our style, but he really does. He's fucking class. So,
last thing on this subject, how do England get on in this tournament? How do you see them doing? Be honest, Dave.
I think the players that we've got, I think if they click and if they go for it, I think we can do really well in it. I really do.
What's the bare minimum requirement in this tournament? What's the minimum requirement? Semis. It's got to be. It's got to be.
Full honesty though, quarters.
Do you think?
Brazil, the top teams at the World Cup.
Yeah.
I think we'll end up getting one of those.
This isn't the best Brazil team, by the way, that they've had in years. They're not that good.
It's not a bad side, by the way. Have you seen the 11?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
It's not, but it's not one of the best.
Do you think any England player, maybe Harry Kane, would get in the Brazil starting 11?
I don't know. I think Sterling's better than Richarlison.
Yeah, but he doesn't play.
Flipping heck. Oh, you're a big Neymar fan as well. By the way, Josh thinks Neymar's better than Ronaldinho.
No.
Just to cap this up, what is going on there? No, he isn't. Couldn't lace his boots.
Ready for this then? Hold on.
I'm
prepared for this.
If you bring me out stats, Josh, I'm gonna lump that phone out the window.
Stats. I'm not even a big stat man, but you ready for this?
Look, the Beagle even thinks you're ridiculous.
No, let me find it. I can't even. There we go. Where is it? I can't actually find it. But he's played 150 games less than Ronaldinho,
Yeah.
And he's scored in club, or it's like between 100 and 150. I don't have the exact stat. He's scored 100 more goals and got like 150 more assists.
Plays in a Taverners League, Josh.
He's 29.
Plays in a Taverners.
29. He's got about 6 years left.
Plays in a Taverners League.
Who did Ronaldinho not play for PSG?
Yeah, for a year.
He played for PSG. Did he play for Barcelona? They got the exact same fucking careers. Come on, man.
Right, that's going to do. That's going to be doing me.
Who scored more for Brazil? Come on, man.
Right, okay, well, I totally disagree with that, and we'll come back to that another day, but I hope people give you a lot of stick for that comment.